Alright, you guys, ZFR back here once again, and today we are finally going to be talking about a game that I have been wanting to really cover on the channel for a long time. And I've kind of made a few videos with this game before on the channel, but today I feel like marks like when I really start to sink my teeth into this particular game on the channel. And for some of you, it might be a little too late, but we're gonna see if we can do something with this anyway. So today I want to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, otherwise known as RDR 2 Online. So yeah, pretty much Red Dead Redemption 2 was a pretty phenomenal game. It scored really well back when it came out, and it was a really good video game. I don't believe I ever really covered the game heavily on the channel. I definitely did cover the online a little bit. I think I did a live stream or two with it before. I think I've done a few videos talking about how I like the online and how I want to see the online grow and stuff. But with that being said, unfortunately, over the years, things haven't exactly gone as planned, which is why one of the titles I have up on this video is a half-assed review, because this is very much still a kind of half-assed online mode. So yeah, anyway, getting into this video. So Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. Now, back when this first came out, I had really high hopes for this. I loved the Red Dead Redemption 2 single player mode. So when I found out you can jump on the online, create your own character however you want it, and pretty much go and explore and free roam and play with other people, you know, engage in different activities and stuff like that, I was really excited. But as we all know, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online launched pretty bare bones other than the story missions, which reminds me, if you haven't played it yet and you don't want to be spoiled on the online story missions, this video will have major spoilers in the background. However, though, you know, I feel like most of you have probably played it by now, but yeah, I actually do consider the story on online to be pretty decent. So yeah, maybe you don't want to be spoiled by that. If that's the case, feel free to just go ahead and watch the video, or I mean listen to the video instead. But anyway, getting back on topic. So the game launched pretty bare bones. Then of course, you know, we went through a bunch of updates. They added the Frontier Pursuits, which added all the different roles you can do into the game, such as being a bounty hunter. You can run a trader business and trade you know, animal skins and stuff, and then you can be a collector and go around the map collecting artifacts and stuff. And eventually they even added in, I forget what the last one was called, but basically you run around the naturalist. Yeah, the naturalist. You can go around collecting animal samples, and you can choose to either be a poacher or either be, you know, kind of an animal rights activist type of deal. So yeah, they really kind of were jumping in with the role-playing thing on this game, and that's what really started to excite me. I was really hoping they would be building upon it. But yeah, after taking a long break from the game towards the beginning of this year, I pretty much haven't touched the game for quite some time, up until yesterday. Yesterday I jumped on and I played for about 3 or 4 hours. You know, I started a new character before I left the game back towards the end of last year, early this year. And pretty much I just kind of wrapped up the last few story missions, and I explored a little bit. And pretty much for the most part, I know it's not much had really changed. I mean, sure, I know there's some new bounties and stuff going on, but other than that, nothing really worthwhile talking about had really been implemented into the game. So with that being said, just know that this is a review of this is a review, but it's almost more of kind of like a I don't know, a progress update on the game. For the simple reason, I do think this game could have a lot of potential. There's a part of me that thinks the game will never see that potential because Rockstar just doesn't seem interested in Red Dead Online, which we are going to talk about it both in this video and even more in separate videos later down the line. But unfortunately, this game just has not gotten the love and care it deserves over the years. I mean, when you look at some of this gameplay, when you look at some of the potential that this game could potentially have, especially while playing it with your friends, it could really be something great. But unfortunately, the game just suffers from, well, to be honest, negligence. Like it's pretty much they're pretty much neglecting the game on every front. You know, even the content that comes out is cool, but it feels like this game is barely made for you to play solo, let alone with, you know, a posse of friends or something. So pretty much one of the big problems I have with the game is a lot of the content here isn't action oriented. They don't have any fun modes for people who want to jump in and, you know, kind of test out all their cool gear and stuff. They don't really have an exciting progression system. The one that they do have is obviously infested with microtransactions. Now you can kind of get around most of these, unless, you know, it comes to the Outlaw Pass, which it looks like Outlaw Pass 5 is coming under some pretty big fire from the fans right now for being completely underwhelming and maybe even a ripoff. So yeah, right now, overall, the game and its content, it's not that it doesn't have any content now. I mean, there's a gameplay loop with the different roles. There's a little bit of variety. The story missions are still there and they're good. There's the stranger missions around the world, which are fun and interesting. But overall, it's just not the pace of the gameplay on Red Dead Redemption Online is just not consistent enough for me. Like, if you want to jump into Red Dead Redemption Online, you pretty much, like, you're going to be playing for a decent portion of your day if you want to really play anything worthwhile and significant. Because to be honest with you, it kind of, like, some of the content feels so spaced out and just feels so, and even when you do get to some good content, some of it is a lot more on the underwhelming side. Like, you might get a little transport mission where you transport some cargo, or you might do one of your trader missions where you're you know, protecting stuff, or the bounty hunter mission, and it's like, you know, there's just certain gameplay elements to it that just make it all really messy. I'm purposely being kind of vague because I want to talk once again about a lot of this in separate videos coming up in the future, but just things like them not spawning enough enemies for you to face, for them having, you know, bounty targets run off and you not really even getting a chance to engage in any of the combat that's waiting for you at the locations and stuff. And just among other things like the naturalist and trader role, like they're based around hunting and, you know, chasing down animals, but there's not really any high risk you know, involved in that. I mean, they did upgrade and boost up random world events a little bit in one of the previous patches last year, I believe, but still, you know, I mean, I'm still not impressed. Now, you can jump in on Red Dead Online for the first time in a while and be wowed and, you know, kind of have the fun goggles on for quite some time. However, unfortunately, it's just, unfortunately, it's not really going to be enough in the end. You know, eventually you're going to run out of stuff to do. You're going to slowly go into what they call veteran player territory, where you've completed a lot of content already. You've done a lot of the stuff around the map. You're starting to build up an impressive arsenal of weapons. You're collecting almost all the weapons on offer. And, you know, you have all this great gear and stuff in your inventory, and you're not really getting any thing in the game that's a super big challenge for you to really use any of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just overall, like, it starts out good, but it ends up being a very underwhelming experience once you get to the end game in Red Dead Online. Now, playing with your friends can kind of help this, but like I said, even with that, Rockstar has a problem where some of the content here, like some of the content, like what you're watching in the background is great, where there's a ton of enemies on screen. You have to really be on your P's and Q's, and you'll see in a second, my teammate is absolute trash in this mission. He gets us killed, or he causes us to lose multiple times here, until I finally have to take over. But, you know, missions like this are great, but they're far and few between, and a lot of missions actually leave a lot to be desired. They don't really have a lot of combat and action in them, and they don't really have a lot of challenge to them. You know, if you know what you're doing, and if you've done these missions enough to where you have the gameplay looped down, unfortunately, a lot of them aren't that, they become less and less intriguing over time, let's say. So yeah, with that being said, Red Dead Online, don't get me wrong, I still love the game. I still want to see good things come to the game, but anybody who's thinking about jumping in and giving it another try, if you haven't played the Frontier Pursuits DLC that came out like what, a year, 2 years ago now, during a summer previously, I believe. I want to say it was summer 2019, but if you haven't played that, then there's definitely some stuff waiting for you when you come back. But if you've been playing last year and you left sometime last year and you're still waiting for stuff to change, you're still waiting for some really worthwhile content to be in the game, then I'm sorry, but there's not really much else here, unfortunately. And another thing that I'm going to just slightly touch on, because I don't really even bother with it much, PvP in this game is still kind of trash, okay? It really is. Now, don't get me wrong, PvP is fun when you get in a match with good players and, you know, nobody's doing any crap like cheating, or they're not, you know, spamming certain power weapons or whatever on the map. When you get matches like that, it's all good. But unfortunately, the PvP is very badly balanced. A lot of times the spawns are god awful, and it's just a lot of you running around, and whoever sees who first wins. There's not enough skill involved in it. You know, the lock-on aim is definitely, in my opinion, still a big problem in PvP. And then, of course, you have Deadeye and stuff like that. It's not really that skill-based, if I'm being honest. Like, maybe, I don't know, I guess it's a little skill-based. If you, you know what you're doing, you can kind of work with the game systems and stuff to, you know, get ahead in it. But for the most part, in my opinion, yeah, PvP is not it. So I'm not even really going to touch on that too much more. But other than that, yeah, the free roam, like I said, it's fun. For the first, I'm going to say it's about 20 to maybe 30 hours of fun throughout the week, or a couple weeks, however much time you get to play whenever. But after you start to hit some of the more in-game content, that's where the game is really going to start to drop off. So yeah, overall, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, I want to see more done with it, but unfortunately Rockstar has to really get serious about this game. It just doesn't feel like they're taking this game serious. Doesn't feel like they're concerned with really doing anything great with it. It seems like they're just too busy with GTA. Like, it seems like GTA 5 has definitely been the favorite child over the years. GTA 5, despite being so much older, has gotten way more content and just a way higher quality of content added to it. So yeah, that game's definitely been getting a lot more love than this one, which is a shame, because I actually do like Red Dead Redemption 2 more than GTA 5. I know some people gonna be like, what? And I don't know, maybe some people feel the same way, but yeah, I really do enjoy Red Dead Redemption 2, so I really want them to put more into the online, but unfortunately, the effort right now is just not here. I will be making more videos about this, and I will keep you guys posted. If I ever do give up on the game, I'll let you guys know. But if I was to have to recommend Red Dead Redemption 2 to anybody, or if anybody was to ask me if I would recommend it, honestly right now the answer is no. Like I really wouldn't. You know, unfortunately, unless you catch it for sale when it's on the PS store for like $5, or I believe it was even free at one point. I could be wrong about that, but I know it was definitely like $5 or something at one point. So yeah, if you catch on a super crazy sale like that, fine. But other than that, I don't recommend you come running back to Red Dead Online just yet if you're a player who already was here and you're kind of just waiting for things to get better. Unfortunately, they haven't yet, in my opinion. But like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on with it. I'm not gonna post more like a crazy amount of videos about it if nothing's going on, but I will kind of, you know, check back in every once in a while to let you guys know anything cool or anything super disappointing that's going on with the game. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave likes and comments and all that good stuff down below, and tell me what you guys think. I will see you on the next one. ZFR out, guys.